It's a triple injury blow to Manchester United. This blow really hits us hard because these are all three starting players for Manchester United. And guess what? Luke Shaw, a player who has been on form ever since the season began. He has created 2 assists in his previous 2 encounters against Istanbul Başakşehir and a team known as Everton. He's out for a month or 6 weeks. So that's how bad this news has found me, and I'm really feeling that it's really something that's going to be happening on Luke Shaw. Why is it that each and every time Luke Shaw reaches a level when he's really proving a point, he has got back his goal at the England national team and he experiences all this? Because even the previous season, remember, he played close to four or 5 games into the when we returned from the COVID-19 pandemic. He played 5 games and he got injured. After getting injured, Brandon Williams really came in there, but he couldn't deliver as Luke Shaw. Some games for Su Mensah really played on the left back and he couldn't deliver as Luke Shaw. But this time around, it's really a very big blow, but it's like a blessing in disguise for a man as Alex Telles, because the last season we really had no replacement for Luke Shaw. But thank God this time around, we really went out and signed a left back, moreover an experienced left back. And when it comes going forward, he's better than Luke Shaw. He's really better. He has a better cross, a better final ball. He's good at bringing corners. And remember the corners he brought when Manchester United was playing a team known as PSG away when we won 2-1. So he really had a fantastic game, but only COVID to come to him to really come out and stop him. But the good news is he is now on the Brazil national team. Remember, he will return to Manchester United, I think, on Thursday. Thursday next week. And I think all those games will be played and they will be done. And I think other teams are starting to play on tomorrow, that's Wednesday, via the weekend and in the midweek. So that's how Manchester United is. And Luke Shaw is out for a month, guys, between a month and 4 weeks. That's Luke Shaw for you. He's really out, and I think it's really a very big blow to Manchester United. Because, guys, you know what Luke Shaw has been really giving us? He has been improving on all aspects. Defensively, apart from that blunder, that own goal against Newcastle, I think he has done nothing else bad for Manchester United this season. He has really improved going forward. I think you guys can really come in and really support me and really back me on this, because Luke Shaw has been really a player to really come out and look at all the times at United this season. Even the previous season, he was really one of the players that he's improving each and every time. And I think it's always worth to say that Luke Shaw has moved to this level. And I'm only praying that, let's pray that a player known as Aaron Wan-Bissaka starts to give us the same thing going forward as Luke Shaw. Because if at all really our fullbacks start to bring those crosses and bring in those assists, we will know that even if a team closes us down, we expect a perfect cross from our fullbacks, and you never know. Bruno scored a header, Anton Marcelo scored a header in our previous 2 games. Stuff might happen. So Luke Shaw is out really for a month, and this really came out from the scan that Manchester United conducted today, and they really came out and posted on their website that he is really out. And Shaw is expected to miss the following games: our game against West Brom, our game against Southampton, our game against West Ham, as well as the Champions League clash with Istanbul Başakşehir, Paris Saint-Germain, and RB Leipzig, while he recovers from the setback. Yes, he might come back, but as you know, when you come back, it's not that the manager is going to put you direct back into the team. So that's Luke Shaw for you. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks, and I think we are going to miss him. Don't want much, because Alex Telles is really a very good backup for him, and I think it's really going to create another confusion of who really starts for Manchester United. These 6 games, if at all the 6 games, Luke Shaw is going to miss. Alex Telles comes in and he really perfects and plays very well, of which I know he's really going to come out to prove a point that I'm supposed to be the left fullback of Manchester United because I'm better than Luke Shaw. It's really going to leave Ole spoiled of choice, and he's really going to be in dilemma, because Alex Telles will come in, creating assists that Luke Shaw has taken years and years and years to have, because in his entire career, I think he doesn't exceed 10 assists. But Alex Telles might come into these games and he'll really do the needful, and you'll see him really crossing those balls, putting up shots on target, and he's really going to be that player that's really going to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a very big headache on who is going to choose into that left back. Because trust me, guys, if at all you've seen Alex Telles play, and wait to see him against a team known as West Brom. Wait to see him against a team known as Istanbul Başakşehir. Wait to see Alex Telles in the game against Southampton. Wait Alex Telles in the game against PSG. Wait to see Alex Telles in the game against RB Leipzig and in the game of West Ham. Trust me, in all these games, trust me, in those 6 games, you might find that he's going to be the decider. He's really going to be the big decider into those games, especially for teams that don't open themselves, because he will come in and give us another option. He's good on the ball. He can even take off players. He can even reach the box of the opponent. That's how Telles is really dangerous. That's the Telles I'm talking about. And if at all you've not known Alex Telles, guys, you better know him today, because he's really a different kind of player. And I think if at all he really is given time by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and time is going to be given to him, playing those 6 games in the absentia of a player known as Luke Shaw, who has been our left back, I think by the time Luke Shaw really returns at Old Trafford, fans will be divided. Other fans will always be saying Alex Telles should be getting the #1 nod into the left back of Manchester United, and others will always be coming in and saying, no, it's supposed to be Luke Shaw. So that's the injury blow. The first one, it's of Luke Shaw, and the other that we are really facing at Old Trafford is news that a player known as Marcus Rashford picked up a left shoulder injury at Goodson Park, with Victor Lindelof has been managing a persistent back complaint so far this season. Remember, even Ole came out in the game against Istanbul Başakşehir and he was asked, why isn't Luke Shaw onto the starting lineup? Or why, when you substituted Twanzebe, why did you bring in a player by the names of Scott McTominay? He said, I'm having a problem of a back injury with Victor Lindelof. So it's been a recurring, and Ole says he doesn't know what they're going to do. And Marcus Rashford also has a shoulder injury, and I don't know really what this means. You can as well get in the comment section and tell me what you think about these injury blows and how they're going to cost Manchester United. Because for my case, I think it's really a big blow. Remember, Marcus Rashford last season, he suffered from the back, and it's really bad to say to it that even this season round, he is suffering from the shoulder. So those are injuries that are really going to do us bad, because we really want United to be a consistent team. And when we see the likes of Marcus Rashford getting injured, and by the way, trust me, he's the only left winger that can deliver to Manchester United. But the good thing is, even if he's out, you might find that Ole can play Anton Martial on the left wing, and he really gets Edson Cavani to lead the line, or Mason Greenwood. So I think this time around we are not badly off like we were last season, when we got an injury of Scott McTominay and Paul Pogba, and our team really looked bad. You remember those days at the beginning of the season when Anton Martial got out injured in the game, or was it against Everton? And he really took close to 8 weeks to come back, and you saw that we are struggling. We are really struggling. And Anton Martial comes back, he plays with Marcus Rashford, they are on fire. Rashford gets injured. Paul Pogba comes back he plays a game of Newcastle, a game of Southampton, he goes back, his ankle gets a surgery. So I think this time around, even if Pogba gets an injury, you'll see to it that there is Danny Van Beek, there is Nemanja Matic, there is Freddie, there is Scott McTominay into that position. And we are having very many forwards. And can you imagine that in all this talk, a player known as Odioni Gallo is out of this equation? And I think by January, we'll be back to Shanghai Shenhua, and because I think Ole no longer needs him, because he doesn't make it to the bench. He looks like he's a surplus now to the forwards that Ole is having. So I think he's a total surplus to the players that we're having at Manchester. I think this really works well in our favor. However much these injuries have come on, but we know to it that we are really having a nice backup for the team. Not like we are last season. We never got the players. I don't want you guys to get me wrong. The fact is, we never got the players that we wanted. The Jordan Sanchez of this world, the Upper Marcanos, you get? But it's like at least we are having somewhere to lean, a point to lean, and that is Edson Cavani, Alex Telles, Danny Van Beek. I think we're having somewhere to lean. Trust me. In this encounter, I think we are having somewhere to lean. But just imagine how we are last season, getting these injuries, Luke Shaw out, Lindelof out, Marcus Rashford. Where would we be? But I think even if they're out and they're doubtful, I hope for a better United team to see, because we have a backup into the left back, that is Alex Telles. If Rashford's shoulder really fails to heal in time, you can see that Edson Cavani will lead the line and Anton Martial will play off from the left. And Lindelof, we have backups like Twanzebe, we have Mengi, and the boy himself, Fosu Mensah, really can come in and do some good work. So Lindelof is also... Both are still set to link up with their countries later this week. Yes, that's what has come out from the Manchester United website. And they say, although Rashford is to be assessed again before a final decision on whether he heads to St. George's Park on Thursday morning. So there is going to be a late assessment made on Marcus Rashford to see whether he's really going to come into this encounter of Manchester United and really be tested whether he really fits to be to the England squad before they go ahead to play against, is it Iceland, Denmark, and Belgium? I think they're having 3 games. They're having 3 games to play. So that's a late assessment for a man known as Rashford. And Lindelof is also on linking up with Sweden later this week. The Swedes travel to Denmark for a friendly tomorrow, but Premier League players are not playing a part in that fixture due to a new travel restriction from Denmark. Yes, so Lindelof will head straight to Stockholm to join his international teammates on Thursday instead. So even Victor Lindelof is also really expected to join his teammates on Thursday morning as Marcus Rashford. But all these players will first be assessed on how their injuries are really going to really be, whether they are promising or they are not, whether the Manchester United board thinks or the healthy sector or the doctor thinks they should start Manchester United to see to it that they recover well for our game next week against the team known as West Brom at Old Trafford and Istanbul Başakşehir at Old Trafford. We're having 2 games at Old Trafford. And remember, guys, in the Premier League, we've not won a game this season at Old Trafford. The first game, we lost 3-1 to Crystal Palace. The second one, we were wiped by 6-1 by Tottenham Hotspur. The best showcase we put at Old Trafford is a draw against Chelsea, which is the worst game I've seen United play this season. Very dull game. I didn't like what I was seeing. And I think you guys know, really, that's not the United we really wanted to see against Chelsea, because Chelsea looked like they respected us, but it's one of the worst games, and it was the 3rd game you're playing at Manchester United. Only a single point has been gotten at Manchester United in the Champions League, in the Premier League games we played. The last one we played in the Premier League is against Arsenal that saw us lose to a penalty brought up by Paul Pogba. So that's the triple injury blow at Manchester United, and I really want to see what you guys think about this story of this blow of Manchester United with 3 injuries. The worst one being that of Luke Shaw, really a man who was on form. He had created 2 assists in his previous 2 games that he played against Manchester United for a goal of Anton Martial against Başakşehir Istanbul. He was the man behind the assist. And our equalizer against Everton, a good header by Bruno Fernandes that he directed the ball directly in the back of the net, and Pickford couldn't get his hand to save it. That was his second one, and he really looked good into the entire game. Defensively, he was good. Going forward, he was good, but him getting an injury paves the way to a player known as Alex Telles to come in and really do the needful at Old Trafford. Very many people really think Alex Telles is a better player, and for my case, I think Alex Telles playing all these games that Luke Shaw is going to miss, and these are 6 games, and this is really going to cause a very big headache to our manager, that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because trust me not, a player known as Alex Telles in these 6 games, he's really going to be having assists. He might create close to 5 assists into these games, trust me. He might do so because that's what he does best. And trust me, he will even get goals in the 6 games when Luke Shaw is going to be out. So when Luke Shaw really comes back, fans are going to be divided, and the manager is really going to be having a very big headache on who really should be starting into the first 11 of a team known as Manchester United, because Alex Telles is going to put up a show, guys, because let me read for you the games that Luke Shaw is going to miss, and really you're going to get to know that what I'm telling you is something else that you should really think of, the dilemma that's going to be at Manchester United after Luke Shaw plays all these games. These are the games that Luke Shaw is going to miss and Alex Telles is going to feature. The first one against West Brom. Alex Telles, unless he gets an injury from Brazil national team and he comes back test positive for COVID-19, that's the only restriction. But if at all he's not rigid by any of those factors, he's going to play all of these games. 1, West Bromwich at Old Trafford, Southampton away, West Ham away, Istanbul, Başakşehir home, PSG at home, RB Leipzig away. So those are close to 6 games. And trust me, Alex Telles playing all these 6 games, he's really going to put up a level and a discussion to all the football pundits that who should be the fullback to start for Manchester United, the left fullback in particular. Like you see, that he's going to create another havoc on the bench of Manchester United, as that is happening now of Danny Van Beek. Each and every person is asking, why was Danny Van Beek bought to Manchester United? How does Scott McTominay get a first place into the starting lineup of Manchester United ahead of a player known as Danny Van Beek? So Alex Telles is playing like that, and as we know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is an admirer of a player known as Luke Shaw. It's really going to bring in an argument on the pundits that why is Alex Telles not on the pitch? Because all the games that Luke Shaw was away, he performed very well. He put up a couple of assists. He really had some shots on target. He brought in corners of quality, and United really saw itself scoring goals. And he's now on the bench. Each and every time Luke Shaw really doesn't really give up us a game that we expect him to give us, he's really going to be questioned. And Alex Telles will be looked at, and people will always be asked, Ole will always be asked, why aren't you playing Alex Telles? But to our benefit, I think that plays to our benefit as Manchester United. Why? Because, trust me, when competition is at Manchester United, that's where we operate best. That's what we really want to see at Manchester United. We want to see competition at Manchester United. We want to see our players competing. And Alex Telles getting his chance to play at Manchester United because Luke Shaw is injured really helps us to see to it that Alex Telles is going to give us his best. And when Luke Shaw comes back, he will also be giving us his best. So I see the competition really building up at Manchester United. We look at our forwards, Edson Cavani scoring his first goal against Everton, and I expect him to score more goals, as really Harry Maguire and Bruno said. Antoine Martial, Mason Greenwood, Odion Gallo, Daniel James, Marcus Rashford, Juan Mata. When you look at the competition at Manchester United, when you look at the midfield, there is really a very big competition. And I have Joe Richardson saying that the one point is that good job we got Telles, otherwise we would be screwed. Yes, that's the good news, that we have Alex Telles into this encounter, into these other 6 games that Luke Shaw is going to be away, and I think he's really going to do something great at Manchester United. So I think Luke Shaw being away for all those 6 games, 6 weeks, is really going to give Alex Telles some playing time at Manchester United to prove himself where his worth is at Manchester United. And I think it really plays in our favor, guys. It really plays in our favor, and I really like to say this, that it plays in our favor, and I see it really being a benefit to Manchester United. So guys, thank you guys for watching in. I'm Rokan here on United Social Television. I'm out for now. Oh, Joe Richardson says Telles Twansebe Cavani must get more minutes than if Marcus Rashford and Victor are out. Yes, you're right on that, because Marcus Rashford is having a shoulder problem, but I think by the time we go into the encounter of West Bromwich at Old Trafford, I think on the 21st of September, I think we will be okay. I think we will be okay to this encounter. I think they will be back well. Let's play to it that when they go to their national team duties, they really not get more injuries. Let these injuries really not result into big ones to really prevent them play at Manchester United, because we have a very, very big fixture. But even if we have a very big fixture, the good thing is that the backup is really great at Manchester United. So if at all you feel like you want to join me on this live stream, there is a StreamYard link that I've posted into the live chat, and you can as well really join me on the screen, and you can really tell me your views on this triple injury blow at Manchester United that has seen the following players really out. And Luke Shaw's period is going to spend when he's out has been confirmed, and those are between 4 to 6 weeks. That's 1.5 months. We might not see Luke Shaw at Manchester United for one and a half months. So guys, thank you for watching in. I see Joe Richardson in here saying about Telles playing in for Luke Shaw, Twanzebe really replacing a player known as Lindelof, and Edson Cavani replacing Marcus Rashford. Yes, you're right, and we hope the manager really goes in for that, because he is really a manager that is unpredictable at Manchester United. So guys, thank you for watching in. I'm Rokan here at United Social Television. Subscribe to this channel if at all you've not yet subscribed to this, because you are really missing out. If at all you've not yet subscribed to this channel, trust me not, you are missing out in a lot, because a lot of news here really comes on. Guys, later I'm going to be joined by an Arsenal fan, and we are going to do a story about Pochettino coming to Manchester United and Arsenal coming up as the new contenders who really want to get his signature at the Emirates, because really a lot of things are really not working in Arteta's favor. And we are really joining this story, and we are going to be live here on United Social Television, and I'm going to bring that guy known as Kosi of Arsenal Podcast. We are going to discuss lots of things, as the inconsistency at Manchester United and very many other things, and especially Pochettino is really going to be the top point on this channel. Guys, thank you for watching in. I'm Rokan on United Social Television. Joe Richardson, thank you for coming in. You're really a proud subscriber to United Social Television. Smash a like on this video, guys, as we really walk into that journey to the 2K. Let's subscribe. Let's show me love, guys. Show me love, please. Show me love by subscribing to this channel, guys. Let's hit 2K before the end of this month. We are left with just 20 days, and I think we are only left with 700, only 30 subscribers on a daily. So I think by the end of this, we can hit 2K here on United Social Television. Thank you guys for watching in. You can as well get the comment section and tell me what you think on the triple injury blow at Manchester United that has seen Luke Shaw go out for 6 weeks or 1.5 months. Marcus Rashford having a shoulder, not yet sure whether we'll really miss out on how many games. Lindelof having really a persistent back injury, and we really don't know when he's really going to come back. And that it is. I'm out for now. See you later in my other video that I'm going to do, a long one, close to 2 hours. We're going to be live for 2 hours onto this channel of United Social Television. I'm Rokan. I'm out. And never to subscribe.